Hello, everyone. I'm Maribel, Aber for the Broadway Channel, and we're on the red carpet for the 65th Annual Tony Awards.
I started out on Broadway in 1974, playing in the Magic Show at the Court Theater on 48th Street. So this is really full circle for me.
It's as fancy as it gets insofar as theater is concerned. Even just stepping into these theaters, the energy of the performances that have taken place in there, it's really very magical.
I'm presenting the number for the best revival. It's the Act One finale with Sutton Foster and the whole banging, brilliant cast.
This Tony nomination is so special to me because Neil Marin and Craig Zadan are the producers, and they produced me in my first serious dramatic role as Judy Garland back in 2001. And now here they are producing me as Hetty LaRue in How to Succeed 10 years later.
Broadway has always been a home for me. I mean, they've welcomed me back countless times, and I was a fan from when I was a little kid and dreamt about it, never thought I'd get the chance, and then, thank God for stunt casting.
It's been so wonderful, and the Broadway community, the most amazing group of people I've ever met in my life. Everybody's so talented, but also so supportive and so inclusive, so warm and welcoming. It's just been amazing. Amazing.
The winner of the most Tony Awards this year was The Book of Mormon, winning 9 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Best Book, and Best Original Score. The Book of Mormon's Nikki M. James took home the Tony for Best Featured Actress in a Musical.
I think it was really exciting that Trey and Matt and Bobby decided to take this show to Uganda. I also have to say there's no white women in our show, which is, for a Broadway musical, that's sort of unheard of. So I'm really grateful that they wrote a brown girl, a Disney princess who's a brown girl, and I hope I do it justice.
War Horse took home 5 awards, including Best Play and Best Direction of a Play.
We knew we were going to be here for 3 months with something like an 8-week rehearsal period, and we decided we wanted to make it as good as it possibly could be. We thought there was no way of second-guessing what an American audience would be or what they would like, so we made it as good as we wanted it to be. And then we just kept everything crossed on the opening night.
In olden days, a glimpse of
Anything Goes won 3 Tony Awards, including Best Revival of a Musical and Best Orchestration.
Anything goes.
Sutton Foster won the Tony for Best Leading Actress in a Musical for her role as Reno Sweeney.
I started dancing when I was 4, and ballet, and I remember being in love with dancing and being on stage, doing all the recitals and competitions. And then when I was 10, I did my first stage musical, which was Annie, and at the Augusta Community Theater in Augusta, Georgia. And I think ever since then, the bug was bit.
The Normal Heart won 4 awards, including Best Revival of a Play. The award for Best Featured Actor and Best Featured Actress in a Play went to John Benjamin Hickey and Ellen Barkin from The Normal Heart.
It's the proudest moment of my career. Being involved in something this important is I think, a once-in-a-career opportunity. I don't want it to happen again. I think all of us in the cast and the crew and our director, we're all just so very proud to be shouting out this message that needs to be heard now, 30 years later, and it's extremely meaningful.
It kind of changed my life, I mean, it was scary and galvanizing and a thrill. I mean, it's like a roller coaster, that play. And I think that's one of the things that's been so extraordinary about this production is that it's a thrilling experience in the theater. It's not just terribly sad, which of course it is. It's filled with love and humor. I love the love story, and it resonates as much today as the day I read it in probably '86.
Norbert Leo Butch took home the Tony for Best Leading Actor in a Musical for his role as Agent Carl Hanratty in Catch Me If You Can.
It's already outnumbered!
I got the script and 5 years ago, and when I first got the script, my father, who continues to have some health problems, was in a very bad physical state. And my dad was really on my mind. The show's about fathers and sons, and the fathers that we're born with and the fathers that we might adopt when those fathers that we're born with can't quite rise to the occasion, and how we create our own families. And so my dad was really on my mind. And I did the role as sort of a tribute to my father. I have to be totally honest with you. And that's my dad and my grandpa that I'm playing.
Good People's Frances McDermott won for Best Leading Actress in a Play. Mark Rylance took home the award for Best Leading Actor in a Play for his performance in Jerusalem.
Just to be nominated in that group, I mean, what can you say? It's just unfathomable, really, to be nominated in any list with Al Pacino. And I saw the Normal Heart play. That's the only one I've been able to see of the ones that's running, and that performance is absolutely incredible. I have no idea how Joe does that performance 8 times a week. I mean, I'm staggered by it. So I didn't know what to say.
They call us Red Hot.
The award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical went to John Larroquette for his role in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
For this community to not only welcome me for the first time ever being on Broadway, but to embrace me enough to offer me this sort of honor is a spectacular feeling. And I actually was, I'm not a very emotional fellow. I save that for the stage. But walking up to receive this, I felt myself choking up, which I don't normally ever do, except watching my children play music.
The 2010-2011 Broadway season was spectacular, and tonight was an amazing Tony Awards celebration featuring the very best of Broadway this season. Thanks for watching. I'm Maribel Aber for the Broadway Channel. I'll see you on Broadway.